Hey guys, I'd like to share this hack I came out with you guys for fishing, floaters and bobbers. I don't know about you, but when I go fishing, I like to do top water fishing, with the float, and but sometimes I'd like to switch to bottom or something else, right? Um, so what I do is I usually use a slip float. Never since I've been using slip floaters, I never went back to fixed. Let me show you what I like to use. This one's here. They're, I guess, the European style, the balsa wood, what have you. This is what I started with. It's the fixed float. It's spring loaded, right? And this is good, but the and the thing is that what I like is you can snap them on, snap them off, right? But you can't really adjust. You can only adjust them so far. That's why I decided to switch to slip floaters, right? Something like these ones here. These are good too. They got the brass grommet. I like this company. Um, Thing is, these ones are center slip floats, so the line goes through the center, right? So the problem with these, obviously, as you guessed, you can't just take them off. You'd have to cut the line, take off the hardware, reattach the line. You know, Another thing I don't like about these that I notice is if I got a jig on or whatever, and I like to twitch it. It doesn't the whole floater starts kind of moving out of position, and it's not as natural presentation. So there are other ones where the line goes through the bottom through a loop, right? And that creates that creates a better twitching motion for your jigs or your worms, and the float stays in position. That's good, but again, the problem there, we go back to square one, is you can't just remove it, take it off, and put it on, right? So I was thinking, why can't I just come up with a floater where I can snap it on, snap it off, and it slips. It's a slip floater, right? So I'm thinking, how would you like to be able to convert any of these, or most of the floaters you use, into bottom snap on slip floaters, right? So there was a company, I think they're called Bob and Rod and Bob, something like that. A while back, they came up with a floater. It looks similar to this, and it's got dual functions. You can use a fixed, or you can switch it to another slot where it becomes a slip float, and that's perfect because it's from the bottom and it just snaps on and off, right? And okay, so I waited till they were making these, but apparently you have to order it online from them, and with the shipping and all that stuff, it kind of becomes costly and inconvenient. I thought they may have them at the stores, so I went to Bass Pro Shop. They didn't have anything like that there. They had, hundreds of kinds of floaters and bobbers, glow in the dark ones, different stuff, but nothing like this one, right? So I said, what the heck? Maybe I can look into this design. It kind of, if I think about it, um, how it's made. So I kind of figured out, okay, I can do this myself with a regular float. I can convert any of these ones to do just that. So for this one here, let me show you what I did. Here's here's the conversion I made. Okay, and forgive me for the low quality camera. Okay, I'm using a Chromebook, and I've had trouble finding a camera that works properly with this thing. It's very limited. The audio was very bad before. At least now the audio is a little better. So I'll do my best to show you up close everything. Okay, so that's the center slip float that I converted to a bottom snap on. So all I did, if you could see here, is I drilled a hole at the bottom, right there at the tip. I attached one of these split rings, right, which is one of these things, I guess. You can find these sorted ones. Eagle Claw makes these ones. They're very good. Different sizes. Okay. And then I attached a snap-on swivel. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Snap-on swivel. All right. Again, Eagle Claw. And I tried to find the smallest one, like the smallest here, so that when you attach it, the bead stops it, right? So let me show you. So I got my hook right here, down here. Then I got split shot. I got a swivel. This is like a basic rig that I use, right? And then you got your bobber, your bead here, and the bobber stopper behind it, right? So all you do is take the snap end of the swivel and just bear with me here. Okay, there you go. I didn't close it, but you get the idea. See? Now it's slip on. It's a snap on sliding floater. And the fun thing about, okay, not this one, but I'll show you the other one. Okay, so take this off. So that's for these ones. And for this one here, here's the converted one, right? So let me show you. You have dual function in this one. Let me just hook up here. Okay. So here's the fixed function, right? That's the fix. It's not going anywhere. Now put it on the snap one. Ta-da! Pretty neat, eh? It's a, yeah, now it's sliding, right? And I'm able to switch, and I'm able to take it off when I want easily. And the fun thing about this, if other fishermen see this, right, they see the hook right here. Let me get it off. It's in there good. Ooh, better grab the knife. Okay. So the fun thing about this is sometimes when you're fishing, you know, and people are trying to study, they look at this and they think I'm fishing very shallow because here's my hook, right? And I cast it out there, and they're doing the same. They're not catching fish, I am. And all the joke's on them because they think this is a fixed floater, when in reality it's a slip floater. Okay. So how did I do this one? Let me show you up close. This is what it looks like when it's just before you convert it, right? When you pull that spring back, right? That's the slot where you put your line for fixed, right? But to switch to make it into a slip float and a dual function, this is what I had to do. So you see that one there? I drilled a hole in the tip, and then I had to cut a slot here. Right, and you see the line, and then when you close it, this is what it looks like when it's closed. So you see the half of the hole, even though the spring closes over it, make sure half of that hole is still exposed, so then it's just riding on that line, right? It's attached to the line and it's slipping. I noticed, let me show you up close. Take this off. It's a little snug. That slot I made is not too clean, but that's okay. That makes it harder for you to lose it, especially even though the spring is on it. So let me show you close up. If you could see this, I'm gonna put a magnifying glass. Let me see here. Okay. So you see that? I drilled a hole and it's got the slot in the bottom, right? The one behind it, that's where the fixed slot is for. So the one on the tip where the hole is, that's for the slip function. It's a little difficult to see, but the slot, because as I said, it's a little tight. Um, Let me show you here what I noticed something here on this one. The thill, at least the thill floats, for some reason, they already have what looks like from the manufacturer. They already have like a kind of like a the hole seems to be kind of already in the. There's a whole pattern in here in the plastic. I don't know if they did that just because they wanted to have the ability to change into something else. Maybe they wanted to make slip floats. I don't know. But let me just show you that. You'll notice it looks like a hole, right? It's not a hole, but you see how it's already imprinted into the plastic tip. So that's great. That's already your guide for drilling right there. That's your pilot hole for your drill bit. I'm not going to tell you what size drill bit to use. That's up to you. You have to figure it out, you know. But see, when the spring is released, it doesn't cover the whole thing, and as you see, it works. It allows it to slip, right? So get a drill bit, drill that through. To make the slot, what I did was I took one of these fishing knife blades, old rusted one, and I put it on the stove and heated it. Then I took a pair of pliers and held it, and then it's kind of a bit difficult, right? Because you gotta pull the spring at the same time while you're making this incision here to make the cut, right? That slot. It took a while, but I melted it through after a while. And I think what you could use is a blowtorch. If you have a propane blowtorch instead, heat it up, it'll be better. Or better yet, maybe this will work if you have a Dremel set, like a very thin zip disc, the cutting disc. Then yes, you can definitely probably cut through this plastic easier that way. Okay, so there you go. And these are, make your own converted bottom snap-on slip floater. So I can put it on and off and switch from top fishing to bottom fishing, and I'm gonna be coming up with another video later on to explain different fishing tactics like that, different rigs all in one, so it makes things easier, right? Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. That's everything. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment. I'll be happy to answer them. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. All right, thank you. Catch you later.